Hi there. So typically, it is at the very beginning of a presentation that the presenter will introduce himself. And I've actually chosen to approach things a bit unconventionally in the sense that I will go straight into the information and at the very end of the presentation, I can share a little bit more about myself. All right, I hope you guys appreciate this approach. It allows us to get straight into the information without delay. All right, so this presentation, this video, it's showing you how you can actually turn a one-time out of pocket into multiple streams of passive income. All right, where recruiting is not necessary, it is optional, an opportunity that is available in over 200 countries. So if you're interested in finding new ways of generating an income, putting your money to work for you, then this video is something that you should watch in its entirety. All right. So what I'll be doing now is giving you overview or presentation outline. These are the things that I'll be covering, starting firstly with giving you information on funds, about funds, talking about the ownership of funds. I'll then go straight into our income disclaimer, refund policy, and liability clause. Now, these are documents that I'm not going to be reading them in full. You will have the opportunity. What you can do is pause the video and read those documents as you so wish, right? The third item here, as you can see, your funds gold subscription. What exactly is that, right? So I'll explain what that is and how it can benefit you, what it entails. How do you acquire a funds gold subscription? Fourth on the list, we have staking. I'll just define what staking is. Obviously, it's probably a term that you may not have heard of up until now, so I'll explain what that is. But it focuses, just to give you an idea, it's something that focuses a little bit on the medium to long term side of things instead of something that is immediate, right? And then we have the matrix, which is a system that will assist you in building a monthly income. All right, so I'll be talking about that. There are rewards and bonuses available to members of this community. All right, and then I'll close with not only the withdrawal methods that are available, but giving you some guidance in terms of signing up. Right, so this here is the outline of the presentation. So let's talk about funds. It is a growing online community supported by software developers and programmers. It is an innovative, decentralized fundraising platform where the mission is to bring prosperity to community members in over 200 countries. The funds community is not a business with an owner, right? So it's not a business. In and of itself, it means that it's not registered in any country. It's an online, strictly an online community. All right. Now, if you think that not being a business, in your mind that means that it's losing points, well, I can tell you what it makes up for those lost points by having a record of being very reliable, transparent, visible, accountable. The persons the software developers and the lead programmers have been shown themselves to be very honest, sincere, and committed. All right. I can't say that we've had any issues at all with this team. They have a vested interest in the success of this platform, and I'm really proud to be associated with this organization. So here, guys, is the income disclaimer. As I said, I'm not going to be reading this, but you can pause the screen and read it on your own time. Here's our refund policy and no liability clause. Again, you can pause the video and read these policies. So let's now talk about the funds gold subscription. All right, so there is a subscription, and that subscription can be paid whether it's monthly, yearly. There's even the opportunity to pay it quarterly. However, you will not have to pay this out of pocket, right? So this is key for you to understand this. There is a monthly subscription, but once you follow the steps that I outlined for you, you will not have to pay this $30 US subscription per month. You will not have to pay it out of your pocket. It will be paid by the system, and this is really important to understand, and you will understand it as we go forward. So now what we're talking about is staking, the international online community, staking with funds. All right. So what is staking? Staking is a way to put your cryptocurrency to work and earn rewards on it. Okay, so I think one of the best examples would be a fixed deposit. If you think of a fixed deposit, let's say you go to the bank, you go with a sum of money, and you say, listen, I want to put this into a fixed deposit, in that you cannot touch it for a specific period of time, and at the end of that time, you will have some interest, as little as it may be from a bank. You would have a little interest on that, on your initial deposit, right? So it's precisely that. The only difference is that with staking in this particular space, the interest is as compared to the bank, it's it's much higher. Okay, so staking is a way to put your cryptocurrency to work and earn rewards on it. Now, if you're unfamiliar with cryptocurrency, please don't feel that this is an opportunity that is not for you. It is. I can assure you that all the support in terms of understanding cryptocurrency and so forth will be provided, right? So worry not, all right? Just think of a fixed deposit at this point. Just think to understand what staking is. Think of a fixed deposit. You put some money in and interest is being applied to it. That's it precisely, right? So let's talk about, staking with funds. What exactly is the interest on your money? Well, 3% is applied to your stake on average weekly, right? So it's a 3% weekly average that is applied to your initial stake, right? That means if 3% is being applied weekly, that means every month it's a 12% average, right, interest rate. Now, since doing my own stake, I've never seen 3% applied to my account. It has always been a little bit more. All right. So the last month, for example, it has been 13.8%. Right. This is compound interest here, guys. And what that means is it's not 3% on your initial deposit each and every month. It's giving you 3% on your initial deposit. No, it's 3% on your initial deposit, as well as 3% on the interest that would have been applied to your account in the previous weeks. So let me give you an example. In the first week, to start off with, your initial deposit was, let's say, $100, right? That means at the end of the first week, your interest would be $3. The second week, 3% is not going to be calculated on $100. It's going to be calculated on $103, which will give you a greater interest return on $103 than it would on $100. And that keeps on going, and that's why it's called compound interest. It's compounding on a weekly basis. And this is very powerful. When we go through the examples, you're going to see precisely and exactly why this has everyone so excited. But what I want you to know at this point is that there's an absolute minimum that is accepted as a stake, which is $100 US, right? You cannot stake less than 100. The recommended minimum is $300 US, and this is very important, especially if you don't want to be in a position where you have to pay your monthly subscription out of pocket, right? By staking $300 and more, the interest will cover your monthly subscription. Remember, I mentioned that earlier, that you will not have to pay that monthly subscription out of pocket, right? So it automatically becomes a one-time out-of-pocket stake that you would have done, right? So the 90-day term means that having made that stake, you cannot touch that stake for the first 90 days. Only after the 90-day period can you access the funds, right? Which is typical for arrangements such as these. So what we're going to look at now would be some staking options and projections. So I just would have gone through describing for you what is a stake. I would have gone through explaining the interest rate that is applied on average to your stake when you are a member of this community. All right. Now what I'm going to be doing is giving you some projections, right? Projections really help in understanding the power of this. So what this table that you're seeing on your screen right now, it says gold, staking $500 US. Now you don't have to start at 5. This is simply a projection, right? As I said, the minimum or the minimum is $100 US, but the recommended minimum would be 300, right? So but we're looking at a projection here of a little bit more. It's $500. Let's see what happens here. So this table is showing you 10 months, right? As you can see in the first column, 10 months, your initial deposit being 500. And what is happening here is when at the end of the first month, your interest would have been $62.75. But remember, there's a $30 subscription that you have to pay. So it's going to come from the profit. So you're going to subtract $30 from the interest. And so what you have going forward into the next month is $532.75, right? So this is what you start the next month with, and then 12% would be applied to that over the second month, and of course that gives you an interest of $99. Your balance before the deductions is $599.62. So then you do the subtraction of the $30, and so that's where you get $569. Guys, this continues, and as you can see, 10 months later, your initial deposit was $500, and now only 10 months later, you would have doubled your initial deposit, right? I challenge you to find another institution that is going to allow you to double your funds within 10 months, right? Let's take a look at a stake of $1,000 US, right? So this here, as you can see, it shows 8 months because it's only going to take 8 months to double your initial stake. As you can see, it's the same concept where every month on average 12% applied to initial deposit, as you can see in the first month, and it's compounded. So as you go forward, as you can see, the $30 being deducted each and every month, and this column shows you your closing balance after each and every month. So at the end of the 8th month, what you would have achieved is the doubling up of your initial deposit, right? So this here, and let me just point out at this point that you can stake as many times as you want. So let's just say you started off, you joined our membership, and you decided to stake $500. And then somewhere along, some time after, let's say it's a month or however long after, you decided, you know what, I want to stake again. If you decide to do that, the funds that you're staking the second time around will not be, it's not as though it's going into the same stake. No, you're doing a second stake. So everything, when you log into what we call your back office, you will see very clearly the different stakes that you would have done and the progress of each and every stake. So some persons tend to ask, well, can I stake more than once? Because they see the power of this, right? And they want to stake multiple times. You can do that. That is absolutely no problem. Within your same account, you can have multiple stakes. So this here is an example of $500 stake and $1,000 stake. So what I want to do, at having gone through, those are small amounts, relatively small, $500 and $1,000. Let's take a look at some more long-term plans, right? Let's start. I'm starting at the bottom. If you were to stake $500 US, now I just went through showing you a projection of 500, but it only went for the first 10 months, right? This here is showing you what it will accumulate to after a 3-year period. So you lock that $500 in and you do not touch it for a 3-year period. That is $25,000 US at the end of that 3-year period. Let's take a look at the $1,000, $72,400 US at the end of that 3-year period. $2,000, as you can see, it's $167,000 in 3 years. And again, you have $3,000 over $260,000. Then you have the $4,000, which is over $350,000, and ultimately the $5,000. And you can stake more. I've just given you a few examples here. So if you decided that, you know, this is something, if you're able, you don't have to start with these big amounts. But if it is, you are able to, and you decide that, you know, because what some folks tend to do is start with a small amount and see how it goes for the first week or two. And when they have the confidence and they say, okay, this is how this works, then they make another stake, right? And that is precisely what you can do. So at the very top, as you can see, $5,000. You can stake more than that if you wish, but this is just my last example. you're at the end of a 3-year period, $450,000 US. That is an incredible return. And it's all based on a reasonable, sustainable interest rate of 3% per week compounded. Now, let me say at this point, there would be other opportunities that you see, and they promise you all sorts of outrageous interest rates, but they're not sustainable. All right, so it's a very, very attractive, I'm sure, but you want something that is going to last a lifetime, and this is exactly what you're getting with the funds community, a community that has now spread to multiple countries, the US, Canada, throughout here in the Caribbean, even in Africa and further parts of the world. It's a fantastic opportunity and a growing community. All right, so now let's take a look at the matrix. Remember we spoke about the matrix and that monthly income? Well, funds is not only providing you with a means of, having a target that is more long-term, like 3 years down the road, but it's also positioning you in a way in which you could start earning a monthly income, because remember, you do have somewhat immediate needs, right? And you don't want to, have to wait 3 years for me. It's not a long time, but I know for some folks it might be a little bit long, and therefore they're looking for something more immediate. Well, funds offers the 4x8 matrix. Now, when you come on board, right, usually in other opportunities, you have to invite and refer others in order to make an income. And if you don't refer others, there really is no income to be made. That is not the situation here at funds. You can still earn, and earn a lot, if you are not inviting others. So let me give you an example. Not just the staking, but the matrix, the 4x8 matrix. You see this here? This table is showing you, all right, the levels that exist below you. So let's just say you're located right here, right? The level that is right below you has 4 available positions. So that is the first level. What is happening is that each one of these 4 individuals, they have a subscription of $30. They probably have that staking being done as well, most likely, and that is covering their $30. Now you will get 7% of that $30, right? When you do the calculation of 7% of the 30 multiplied by 4, that gives you $8.40. So this here is income that you're generating each and every month when these 4 individuals pay their subscription, right? So those 4 individuals each have 4 positions directly below them, and that's where you have these 16 on your second level. So their first level is your second level. Again, you're earning 7% on each one of these $30 subscriptions being paid. The total for that, when you do the calculations, is $33.60. So as this continues to grow, if you reach this point, you just got started, it means $8.40 plus $33.60 is what you will have as a income, as a passive income every single month. You're getting this, and this will continue to grow as the organization grows, right? So as you can see, it says WM here, weeks and or months. This here could be either 8 weeks or it could be 8 months, right? However long, it's kind of flexible because it's kind of hard to predict. But the point is that you do have passive income coming in on a monthly basis. And as you can see here, this goes down to 8 levels, 7% on each level. The numbers increase as you go down the income. I think I am excited the moment it crossed $500 US. That is reason to be excited, right? So you just have to be a little patient. And this here, by the way, and it is important to know that these 4 individuals does not necessarily have to be persons that you invited. That was the major point that I wanted to make, is that when you come on board and you join this community, these 4 positions could be filled by someone else. It could be filled through our advertising. It could be filled through someone else referring them. But once they fall directly below you, you will earn the 7%, right? So you are earning not just from the staking, which we went through describing earlier, but you're also earning from the 4x8 matrix, which is a monthly income. So now what I want to do is discuss the rewards and bonuses, which really reward those members that actually are sharing this opportunity. They are referring and inviting others into the community. And when they do that, they are rewarded. So let's now take a look at this first table. What it says here is that there's an referral bonus of 13% that is paid. Right? So you are a member, you have a gold account. Yes, you may be doing your staking. You are also earning from the matrix, and you're earning 7% in the matrix, as we just went through that. But what this is saying is that you will also earn 13% on the persons that you personally invite. So if that is a sister, a brother, a friend, a husband, a co-worker, anyone that you personally invite, you will earn an additional 13% from that $30 subscription that they are paying each and every month. Right? So what this is saying, if you have one person, right, as one individual in the system was referred by you, and they are paying $30 every month, the 7%, as you know, is the $2.10. That is what 7% of 30 is. But you're also earning 13% as the bonus, referral bonus, which is $3.90. So $3.90 plus the $2.10, that means you're earning $6 from this $30 subscription paid by this one individual. Each and every month, you're earning this $6. Now, if you were to invite a total of 2 individuals, that means it's 2 $30 subscriptions. So it's $4.20 is the 7%, $7.80 is the 13%. You add those two figures up, so that means every month you're earning $12 because you have 2 persons in the system that you referred, right? So every month they are paying the $30 and you're earning the 12. And that's how this goes, guys. As you can see, down to the 5 individuals. Let's say you enroll, and there's something special about enrolling 5 individuals, because if you enroll 5 individuals and each of them paying that $30 subscription through staking or whatever means, it means that you have 7%, which is $10.50, 7% of the total, as well as $19.50, which is the 13%, right, of the total. When you add this up, ladies and gentlemen, that is $30. So let's just say for whatever reason you decided that you did not want to stake at the very beginning, which is not something I recommend. But let's just say you decided that you didn't want to stake, but you wanted to refer other individuals. You can in fact cover your monthly subscription simply by inviting 5 individuals, as you can see here, right? So let's now take a look at the matching bonus, yet another bonus for persons that are engaged in inviting individuals. And what I like about this whole concept of inviting is within our community, you're not stressed to invite other individuals. You don't have to. It's not going to affect your staking and the income that you have coming your way from the matrix even. But if it is you do want to invite others and you do or have persons asking you about, how are you making a passive income, you can share this with them, and when you do, you will earn bonuses. So let's take a look at this optional matching bonus of 25%. What this is saying is that, first of all, in order to get this bonus, you must have enrolled 4 individuals. You must have personally invited 4 individuals. It's also saying, let's just say that each one of these individuals, each of them, they're making $500 from the matrix. What's going to happen? You will be paid 25% of the total, right? Which will be $2,500. You will be paid, $2,000. You will be paid $500, which is 25% of $2,000. If you have these 4 individuals, each earning $1,000, that means it's $4,000 in total that your 4 referrals would be earning each and every month. That means the bonus that will be paid to you is 25% of that, which is $1,000 is 25% of 4,000. And again, 4 of them earning 10,000 each, that is 40,000. You will earn 25%, which is 10,000. And as you can see, it continues. And this would have just stopped simply for the the purpose, the limitations with the table. This could continue as long as they are earning. You will earn 25%. Right? So I hope you understand. And now there's one more. It doesn't end there. Let's take a look at the optional staking referral rewards. Optional staking referral rewards. What this has to do with, let's say you because remember, you came on board, you staked, right? And when you staked, the person that would have invited you, they earned 10% of your stake. So when you invite someone and that person stakes, you will earn 10% of whatever they staked. So if that individual that you invited, they staked $1,000, then you will earn $100, right? You will earn 10% of whatever they staked. So what this is saying is that in order to earn 10%, you have to have invited a minimum of one individual. And by inviting a minimum of one individual, not only will you earn 10% of the person's stake, if they happen to invite someone and that person stakes, you will earn 2% of that stake as well on that second level. Now, the moment you invite a second person, so in the system as a whole, you have 2 persons in the system that were referred by you, and they each staked. What that means is that you will not only will you earn 10% and 2%, but you will also earn an additional 2% on the third and fourth level. So let's just say the person that you invited, the 2 persons that you invited, each of them, they have persons 3 levels below them staking. You will earn 2% across the board, right? And that's how this works. And it goes, as you can see, down to the 8th level of earning 2%. So guys, that's it for the real nitty-gritty of it. I just want to mention, when it comes to withdrawals, you have a range of options depending on where you're based, right? If it's based within the Caribbean or the US or Canada, wherever you're based, but primarily it would be through a card, and there are other options as well. But you will get the real details for the option that is appropriate for you after becoming a member and so forth. But very, very convenient means of liquidating your assets, right? Signing up, somewhere to the left, right, or below this video, you should see a sign up form. It's very, very easy to sign up. Just requires your first name, your last name, your email address, your phone number. You will have to create a unique username. If whatever you entered is not unique, of course it will give you the response, hey, you need to create a new username. Create a password. Now, I do recommend that you set A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all in lowercase, as your temporary password. Like when you're now starting. Why that is because if ever you need, when you're now starting, you may have some question, you may need some support. And by setting this generic password, your sponsor or some other experienced member could log into your account and give you whatever support that is needed. Right? When you get used to the back office, which by the way is very user friendly, it won't take you very long. But whenever you get to that point feeling comfortable, then obviously you could change your password and secure it and create whatever password you so choose. All right, so guys, as I said, I would have left the introductions for the end of the presentation, which is somewhat unconventional, but I thought it best to get straight into the information. So my name is Junior. I am a local business owner, entrepreneur, and so forth. I enjoy what I do, but when I'm not doing my primary love, my second love is sharing passive income opportunities, helping individuals find ways and vehicles, helping them to find ways of generating an income, passive income without much stress. It doesn't require any skill here, guys. No special skills required. You just have to have a will to succeed, and that is basically it. So I hope you would have enjoyed this presentation, and I look forward to inviting you in. Once you would have signed up, let me give you another tip. After signing up, and you log into your online office, and you scroll down to, this is the left side of the back office, you'll see a team network section, and you can just click on my sponsor. You're going to have your sponsor's username, their name, as well as their phone number. All right, so you can reach out to your sponsor, and your sponsor will have your contact information from your sign-up form. They will also reach out to you, and that is how you can get. We do have Zoom presentations, and we also have a very active Telegram group. So I look forward to inviting you in. I hope this has been enjoyable for you as it was for me. Have a good one, guys. Take care.